how much of depth do you want to gain in that? Because that is what would define how your future career might be. Uh, so I got my on-campus job in my first semester itself.
Wow.
So that was not something that I immediately got as soon as I joined. So
Okay.
I got it around the middle of my spring semester.
And what was it?
So I'm currently a research assistant at.
Welcome everyone to USC's smartest podcast series, Let's Talk. This is the final part of episode 4. There are 2 more parts. The links of those parts are in the description and in the pinned comments. Make sure to check that out before you watch this video or after this video, however time permits. And I really hope you are enjoying the series so far. And for this particular video, for the most burning question which most of us have, will we get internship? How to find internship? Does everyone get an internship or not? So Hardik shares his experience. Again, we don't have specific numbers or data points about everybody, but Hardik is sharing his experience about his internship search. And wait till the end. There's a small surprise what AIS is planning. Sorry about that. So yeah, without wasting much time, let's dive into the episode. I hope you like it. Coming summer, you have an internship in hand.
Yeah, I do.
Can you talk something about that if possible? How did you go about it?
Yeah, sure. So I'll be interning in a company called Splunk, based out of San Francisco, in the upcoming summer. So I'll be joining as a software engineering intern, and I'll most probably be working in a backend role. My role and the project that I'll be working on is not yet decided, but yeah, looking forward to that.
Sure. So mostly my audience, my viewers would be interested. How did you find that internship? What was the process? How many companies did you apply to? And
Mhm.
if possible, how was the interview process?
Yeah, sure. So I can start off with my interview experience with Splunk specifically. So I actually got to know about Splunk way before than I even thought about applying there. So
Okay.
my timeline was that I would start applying in the fall of 2020. And when I joined in spring 2020, I actually got a chance to visit the spring career fair that was happening in USC. So that was a physical career fair, and that happened before the
Okay.
pandemic. And I actually got an opportunity to meet Splunk representatives in a Trojan Talk. So
Okay.
Trojan Talk, for the people who don't know, is basically an interactive session where company representatives, they come and they have like 1 hour sessions where they explain to students about the company, about available opportunities, and what benefits students can get and what can they work on while they are in the company. So I actually learned about, I didn't know about Splunk beforehand, and I visited their Trojan Talk, and I liked what they were doing. And I also discussed with people, connected with few people there. And yeah, I was just on the lookout that okay, there is some company called Splunk, and we can probably see if any opportunities come.
Okay.
And they actually did come back in the fall career fair. The fall career fair was virtual, and I had a conversation with one of the senior engineers during the virtual career fair. So in the virtual career fair, it's on a platform called Brazen, and you actually get to do a 10-minute chat or video conversation with any company that you're speaking with. So I got in line for Splunk, and I spoke to a Splunk senior engineer over there. We had a good conversation about me, about my previous experiences, and he encouraged me to apply. And I had already applied before I even went to the career fair, so that happened. And after that, I was directly reached out by recruiters from Splunk. So they had picked up my resume from my application online, and they had also received notes from the people I spoke to during the career fair. So that happened, and they directly scheduled an interview with me. So they sometimes have online assessments, they sometimes schedule direct interviews too. So they scheduled an interview with me. So my interview was like this: it was for about 2 rounds. The first round was for about 1 hour, and it was a basic problem solving question. So I
Okay.
think I had about two questions that I had to solve, and there was one interviewer. So once that happened, I got to know my results within, let's say, I think a week. And
Okay.
after that, I had the second round of interview. The second round was basically two back-to-back 1 hour rounds. The first round there was a system design round where they give you, in system design rounds, they basically give you a high level problem statement, and they ask you to design a whole system around it, a computer system around it. So I did that. That was with one engineer, and then immediately I switched to the next interview, which was again problem solving. So that was more focused around the data structures and algorithms. I had one question for 1 hour, And yeah, that was it. After the 2 rounds, I heard back from a recruiter saying that I had cleared those rounds. I had a high level discussion with the HR representative, and then I got the offer.
Okay. But did you apply to any other companies before this, or this was the only one?
No, no. I definitely applied to many other companies. There is, I don't have like an exhaustive list of where all I applied, but I did quite a bit of applications, and I was tracking all of my applications through like a spreadsheet. So to give you a high level idea on how did I go about doing all of this, was I first tried to understand what is my previous experience in terms of courses, in terms of projects, in terms of my previous internship experiences. I tried to understand that, okay, hey, what have I done before? What did I like about that? What did I not like about that? And then, if moving ahead, what is the kind of work that I would like to do in terms of a job role, in terms of what kind of company or what sector do I want to work in? Because once I have that clarity for myself, I'll be much more confident in the places that I'm applying. And I'll know that, okay, if I'm applying to this place and I have the relevant work experience for it, that will be seen in my resume. And then I have a much better chance in hearing back from them. So once I made those filters, I tried to figure out, okay, what are the companies that operate in these types of spaces? Um, what sort of companies are these? Are these startups? Are these growth firms? Are these established companies? Are they enterprise? Are they customer facing? Are they product? Are they service? Etc. 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 So in computer science, you have a lot of variety of places where you could
Requirement,
work. So it's important for you to boil down as to where do you want to work, right?
yeah.
And one of the important things that I found out was that it's important for you to show a fit between what you bring to the table and what the company is looking for. And the best way for you to do that is just read through different job descriptions that companies provide. Some of them are very generic, but some of them are very specific too. And trust me, you need that fit to be established for you to be even considered moving forward. And many people will tell you that there is a huge funnel that, okay, if you apply to hundreds of companies, you will hear some X percentage you'll hear back from X percentage of them. So that is why I did that filter beforehand, so that my middle of the funnel would broaden. So once
How
I did
many?
that,
Yeah.
I tried to polish my resume. There are actually a lot of good university resources. The Vitobi Career Connections office provides a lot of resources and a lot of people who help you with that in reviewing your resume, getting it polished. They also have an online tool called VMock that they provide to students. So for free, you can actually upload up to 10 copies of your resume, and they will give you good feedback on what are the things that you can improve. So I went through multiple iterations, tried to improve my resume. And one key suggestion I could give to folks who are watching this is that please make sure that your resume talks about the impact that you're trying to generate with the work that you're doing.
Yeah.
Apart from just saying that, hey, you worked on some particular software, you solved some particular problem, talk about how did it help the person that you did it for. Talk about, did you benefit in terms of improving revenue, reducing costs, improving performance. So those kinds of things really catch the eye of the recruiter, because that is what you'll be doing when you're working as well, right? So if you can show that the work that you've done has this sort of impact driven results, then that is seen in a very positive manner, is what I can say.
100%.
So
100%. Yeah.
after I polished my resume, I just sought out, and I was on the lookout for opportunities. So I attended a lot of events that different companies used to have. So there are a lot of since everything became virtual, right? So the dynamic of your career search itself changed dramatically. And instead of going to websites and figuring out what the company does and then applying for the job, actually companies started using variety of online platforms to put out that hey, we are posting about our job here. They actually started building these online communities. So
Yeah.
I joined many of these communities, tried to understand what are people looking for and where can I see myself working in the long term. And so I attended a lot of career events that USC itself organized. A lot of companies also posted events that they are talking about a day in the life of an intern. They're talking about resume 101, interviewing 101. So companies itself were coming forward and sharing what are they looking for. So that gives you a good insight on what should you do, what should you not do in your career search. So apart from just applying, attending these events also helps a lot, because you get a lot more clarity on what not to do and how to polish yourself in the way you're approaching your career search. So yeah, I so there were a lot of these things that I was doing in parallel, and yeah, in the end it worked out.
So how many calls did you get from? How many companies did you get? I know Splunk. Apart from that,
uh, I actually don't have a good memory to tell you right now how many companies I heard back from, but you can say that I heard back from about 20% of the companies that I applied for.
man, that's awesome. That's really great, man. Any last word of wisdom, but anything that you want to share with the current students or anyone who might be joining USC?
So I would say, try to network with as many people as you can. These might be your friends who have come to the US, who are coming to USC after some work experience, or who are joining fresh with you. These can be colleagues that you work on during your on campus job. These can be professors and research scientists who are working in a bunch of different departments within the university. These might be staff who are providing services to you in terms of your academic advisors, the Career Connections office, and be actively looking out for where you can learn from people, from experiences, and as well as from any resources that you find. I think going through that experience will teach you a lot more than what someone like me is telling you to do, right? Because what
Yeah.
you learn by yourself, you will remember it for way longer. So yeah,
Perfect.
that is
Yeah.
something I can tell.
Great. Which clubs are you a part of? You are in AIS because we are working
Yeah,
together.
yeah, yeah. I'm in, yes.
So, I mean, can you tell what is your position and what do you work as?
Sure, definitely. So I'm in the alumni relations team, and our focus in the alumni relations team is to actually build a network and build relationships with USC alumni. So as you see in the other videos that you're doing, you get to interact with a lot of people, right?
Yeah.
So what I personally found was that speaking to seniors, speaking to alumni, helps us gain a lot of experience from their experience, and we also get to know a lot of different perspectives, whether it be about studying, just how to live independently, or even from a career perspective. So
Mhm.
that is something that I really liked, and I was happy that AIS had a team like this that was willing to build these connections. So I joined the alumni relations team as a member in my first semester, and currently I'm the director of that team.
That's great. So, coming back to what we were talking about, would you like to tell something what we are planning for everybody out there?
Yeah, sure. So
Yeah.
as I mentioned before, Ayush and I are both working in the alumni relations team here in AIS, and we are actually starting a new initiative where we get a lot more interaction from our alumni. As I said before, alumni can provide us with a lot of great experience and a lot of value in terms of what they have been through and how we can channel how we want to do things. So we are trying to create an initiative where we get a lot more interaction from alumni in video sessions like this, and we would try to gain as much experience from them by asking them questions about a variety of topics. This may be about studies, this may be about how they went about living here, this might be about career. So there are a variety of topics that we are planning to talk about with alumni, not only from like the CS domain, but from every different domain that we can possibly find. So that's what we are planning, and we hope to have many people view this and take value. And I think the biggest impact that we can generate from this is if it helps students improving in the way they are doing things and get a lot more value from this.
Definitely. Definitely. So, guys, I am dropping a form link in the description. Make sure to check it out. Fill any questions that you want us to ask the alumni, or any specific domain that you are curious to know more information about. And make sure to subscribe to my channel. Hit like, spread the word. I will be dropping out few sneak peeks here and there, what we are planning and how what we are trying to achieve and help everybody out there, not only ourselves but the entire community. And as Hardik said, be determined, be goal oriented. And having said that, I'll say goodbye. Thank you, Hardik. Thank you so much for taking out time. Where are you right
Thanks,
now, by the
Ayush.
way? Where are you right now? You're not in LA
uh,
for sure.
yeah, I'm not in LA, I'm currently living in the Bay Area. So yeah.